Great win. Keeps us in the conference race. 1-0 in November. I said this, I think the last 2 times we've been in front of you, I've been in front of you. You know, our season, the tale of our season is going to be how we play in November. And so here we are, 1-0, and second win on the road, you know, third overall in the Big 12 on the road. Now we've got to come back home, and it's going to be huge for us. Really appreciate our fans. I thought we had a great turnout. You could hear "Let's Go Mountaineers" at the end of the game. Anytime you're able to do that on the road, that's big time. I think it says a lot for our fans. You know, really quick from a team perspective, you know, I think the points off turnovers were obviously the difference in the game. It's nothing earth-shattering, 17-7. Excited for our defensive guys, man. It's been a tough couple weeks for them. We get 2 touchdowns, and you know, we've been close. We've had some drops. We've had the ball bounce the wrong way, and today it bounced our way. And I think if you just continue in life, you just continue to do the right things, and you buy in, and you do the best you can, like you're eventually going to get a break. And we got some breaks today, and we took advantage of it. And we forced 3 turnovers. I thought we were really physical on defense. You watch, we didn't tackle as good as we have. Sometimes we missed some tackles, but I thought we were really physical at the point of contact. Safeties, linebackers. We got pressure on the quarterback, which is the biggest tell. If you want to force interceptions, you know, that's how you do it. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. And I thought our guys just competed. And then special teams, you know, we've quietly been really good on special teams all year. And nobody talks about it. Only notice if something goes wrong. But, man, our kickoff return, punt return, Preston Fox, who's been beat up, had kind of a, you know, nothing that's necessarily kept him out of games. He's just been beat up. And I thought he was huge today. We won the field position battle soundly. I thought we dominated in that area. And those 2 phases really won the game for us today. Offense wasn't good enough. You know, I'm not happy about that, but as an offense coordinator, I'm really displeased, right? Like really not very fired up. But as the head coach, man, anytime you go on the road and win, like it's a good thing. And so really uncharacteristic. That's the worst we've played in 2 years. Just flat, not good enough. And credit Cincinnati's defense. They did some good things, but like we couldn't get out of our own way. So, but further belief after today, if we can play we haven't played a game yet. We've had all 3 play, you know, all 3 phases. If we can play at a high level in all 3 phases, we can definitely be one of the better teams in this league. And so, excited about it. Happy for the guys. So with that, Greg starts off here.
So I know turnovers for you are always key, but you ever seen one swing really both ways on turnovers? Your first pick 6, they get the interception when you guys are going for really to bury them, turn that thing around, and then you obviously win it at the end. Yeah,
I don't know if I've been in a game that from an emotional swing, there was so many pendulum swings, right? If you think about it, we don't get a 4th down. We miss a throw on the opening drive of the game, had a productive opening drive. We miss a throw there. They come, and we do a very undisciplined play, jump off sides on a 4th and 1. They score. We have a bad series offensively, but then on a 4th and 1, they have a really good drive, and we get pressure, and he throws it to us, and it's pick 6, right? And then all that goes on. It's 24-7, and we're driving, and it is absolutely should be a knockout punch. And we didn't execute very well. The play was there. We just didn't execute it. It bounces off Rodney, and they get it. And now they hit it on the very next play, which was we had an MA, and then I didn't think our effort was great on that. And then so here we are. We're struggling all day on offense. It's 24-21, and when we get pressure again, and the ball bounced our way. And so you're right. A lot of swings in this game. Fortunate. I think anytime you can get 2 turnovers and they turn into touchdowns, I don't know if we've had that. It hasn't happened since I've been here. But very fortunate in that regard. And happy for our defensive guys. They've gotten beaten up a little bit, you know, and for them to come out and really perform well on the road, I think says a lot about the character of them.
What effect did you feel like changing the picture before the snap had? You mentioned that was going to be important, not giving the answers to the test. It seemed like Sorsby was seeing a lot of different things.
Well, he did. And I think, too, anytime a quarterback, I think he had 2 turnovers there within, I don't know, you guys would know, 5 or 6 plays probably. He had a couple turnovers. He had the interception that went for pick 6, and he fumbled very, very soon after that in back-to-back series. And so I think he was struggling. He's played really well. and early in the game, and then later in the game he bounced back and he was really efficient. And I thought got the ball to those guys in a hurry, got the ball out of his hand fast. But we did. We tried to mix up our looks secondary-wise more so than we have been. I thought we disguised better with our safeties. We got back and played some man and some situational, not a ton, but we played some man and some situational calls today, and I think that helped us as well.
Do you like the way you guys were able to get lined up and everything, check on that side?
Yeah, we did a much better job today. And I think, too, coming off a bye week, all those things are going to be better, especially when your opponent's on a bye week. So we've been working Cincinnati for 2 weeks. So our guys felt really comfortable with the plan at hand. And I thought Jeff did a nice job. He was intentional about getting the call in. And like I said, I'm really happy for our defensive staff, happy for our defensive players, and they came through for us today.
How do you think Jeff called the game?
Yeah, I thought he had. Well, first of all, like a lot of times play calls in the game are really overrated, right? And I don't mean that. I mean it is what it is. What he did a really good job during the week is forming belief and creating buy-in with the staff, but also creating buy-in and belief with the players. They wanted to compete for him, and that was not. I mean, that they were competing before. But anytime you have change, you've got to go in as the leader and you've got to create the buy-in. And I thought he did a great job with that. It was really intentional about spending time with the people, and people they don't understand that, but you've got to go in and they got to want to play and compete for you, and obviously the linebackers been doing it all year, but the D-line, the secondary's got to be able to do that. And he was intentional about spending one-on-one time, and he did that. And then we had a good plan. And anytime, and Jeff will be the first one to tell you this, it's a staff-wide plan. And I thought we did a nice job. We made some adjustments during the bye week that helped us. And our kids went out and executed in some key situations today. But I'm happy for him. I'm not surprised. Like he's done this before. He's called defense before. He understands the big picture. He's got a calm demeanor. And I thought he handled it well and got us in some really good calls. I thought situationally at the end of the game he did a nice job understanding that yards didn't matter. It was they had to fight the clock. And I thought he did a nice job with that as well. I think without watching it, Mike, I don't necessarily feel that. We made some decisions, myself included, that we wanted to be a little bit more aggressive on third downs. Felt like we needed to. So we had a couple things that we've had in our package. We didn't necessarily add anything, but stuff we haven't ran since early in the season we brought back out. And so we were more aggressive. Now, sometimes that creates, a little bit more personality-wise, but I don't think other than that, I wouldn't read a whole lot into that.
You mentioned situational calls on offense. A couple of those deep balls, were those situational, and then also the 3rd and 3?
Yeah, well, we were struggling throwing the ball, so like we just went like they were playing man, and we weren't seeing it great, so I felt like the go ball was the best way to go. And we were going to call another one right after the that was essentially a go ball to Rodney that got intercepted. He's got to kind of straighten that route back up. But just taking any of the read stuff out of it and just saying, hey, we're gonna throw the ball downfield.
So plan for Garrett. Obviously, he was dressed. Was it?
So he would have been emergency, but he didn't get cleared till later in the week. And so Nico has been playing. He practiced all week, and so we'll make a decision early in the week on that.
Yeah. I didn't know if he was going to be your 3rd today, your 4th today.
Well, he was cleared. He just didn't practice.
Yeah.
He threw some balls Wednesday, kind of with our young guys in a 7-on-7. Got some walkthrough reps on Thursday. Threw some balls yesterday, but he hasn't had an 11-on-11 rep yet. And so now he will on Monday when we get back to work, and so we'll figure that out Sunday, Monday.
Okay, anything else for Coach?
Yeah, Mike, you're good.
On the pick six, an ominous person might say it looked pretty bad there, but all of a sudden after that, it's like everybody woke up. I know that was obvious, but was that there and it's just they needed something to reinforce that?
Yeah, games are so, momentum in football is so finicky, Mike. You've been watching enough to know that. And so we had a really good opening drive. And we got down to 4th and 3, and we just missed a throw, right? If we make that throw, good chance we go down and score in some kind of points, whether it's field goal or touchdown. And we don't. And then we jump off sides on 4th and 1. They completed some third down plays on that drive. And so definitely fair that momentum was not on our side. we got a really big time stop on third down. So if you go back and watch that series, like the stop on third was critical to make them have to snap it again. And I always talk to our defense about, hey, let's make them snap it again. So they had to on that 4th and 1, and we showed a pressure that we use in the goal line some, but we haven't shown probably since early in the season. And KK came free, and we were able to capitalize on a mistake, you know. And so that definitely kind of got us going. And then I thought we did a good job playing the field position game with our special teams, knowing we were struggling on offense, you know, for the entire first half as well. Thought we played the field position game and didn't screw it up.
So you were anticipating passing that 4th down?
Well, we just played a man blitz. We brought everybody. We brought 7, and we played 0. And, you know, people are sometimes going to throw it there, but you're thinking run. And so we played it well. You know, I don't know. I hadn't looked at the routes. I didn't go back and look at the iPad and see if the routes were open. But we were playing for the run. So we zero. Yeah, that's awesome. So, but yeah, we worked man covers last 2 weeks, but we did. That was a full house blitz, and we played 0 covers behind it.